So we teased it last week, and we meant to get the video out a little early, but we had a couple people under the weather. So you feeling better, Rob? But we are here for the first episode of Dissecting the Ridge with Rob Taylor. So if you didn't get the teaser last week, what this is Rob and I going through hole by hole, playing each other mano a mano. Bridgestone versus Strixon, we determined. I play the Bridgestone golf ball. He plays the Strixon golf ball, Z-Star. And in the process of us playing the hole, we will kind of dissect it a little bit. He'll give some tips. He'll give some feedback on what he would play here, what you should play here, and you'll probably get a laugh or two from my performance. So, but Rob, since you weren't feeling good, we're gonna let you tee it off. But we're here on number 1, Cherokee Ridge, par 5. We know the exact yardage from back here.
5. We don't.
It's 5.
520.
520 something. We'll come back to you on that one. But here's number 1, long par 5. We have a gust of wind at our back, so it's probably gonna make us hopefully look a little better than what we are. But Rob, you're up. And what's your so the idea of this is Rob dissecting the hole a little bit, so I'll let him talk eventually. But what is your thought process going into first hole right out of the gate, par 5, should be reachable? Are you trying to get there in 2? Are you swinging away? What's your thoughts?
Absolutely. And this hole, for me personally, I think it's important to get off to a hot start and take advantage of it because it is a very, very, very reachable par 5, especially with this wind today. I like to kind of play this hole to take the left side of it out of play. I've been down the right side, and you just have a tendency to find your ball more down there. So I start my ball up the left side of the fairway and try and work it back towards the right, which is where that kind of power slot is down there. That'll get you some extra distance. I predominantly like to fade the ball. I'll set up on the right side of the tee box to get my angle to fade it back into the fairway. We'll see what happens.
So this is reminiscent of Michael Jordan's flu game that Rob is performing today. So we'll see what kind of.
I'm in better shape than Michael was when he played that game.
So you see that Rob has the same pre-shot routine. I think that's pretty key to anybody trying to kind of get to that next tier in their golf game is to be consistent with that. Let's see what Rob does. All right, so this is gonna be an example. This is as we're gonna stay raw with this, right? I mean, it's gonna be where our shots land and everything. And it looked like you wanted to start on the left side. It looked like you started kind of down the middle, but I think you're gonna be all right.
Yes, I like it. All right, so we got Pete here. Looks like he's taking a play out of my book here, teeing it up on the right side.
Yeah, so I definitely fade the ball, and that turns into, unfortunately, a hole every now and then. But I'm going to also try to go left side, cut it back into the middle of the fairway. And there's the pull-up. I did hear
A little Nancy Pelosi there.
Yeah, I did hear some rubbish, so hopefully we can find it. Let's go see.
All right.
All right, so we're leaving the tee box, and as expected, yours is a little bit better than mine. But what did you see that would have caused my little pole draw rather than the cut?
Well, Pete, the thing I notice about you most of the time is your alignment. Your foot line tends to be aiming right. You're trying to play what would be a pull hook, or a pull cut, I should say. If the lower body gets a little slow and the hands go, it's going to go low left. So I think that's a primary miss of yours.
which is not good here at Cherokee Ridge. So hopefully we can find it. We'll see.
All right, Pete got some tree love here. He is in play.
I got pretty much in jail, so I'm just gonna hit a little punch shot, try to get back out in the fairway.
Did a good down the line, good shaft angle here.
Ooh, close.
All right.
Close to that tree.
And a good face-on shot of a good out.
All right, so we located Rob's ball in the right side of the fairway as expected, but he has about 220 left. It's going to play downhill, so it's going to play a little bit shorter. But if you can, I'm going to spin this around, and hole number 1 here is just, once you get over the hill, it's just dead downhill. Your object is to fly it probably another, I don't know, not even 10 yards, and he would have caught that speed slot and win at least another 20, 25 yards down that hill. But it is just dead downhill here, number 1. But Rob, so you got 220-ish. What's your thought process here?
So yeah, I think we got tricked up a little bit on the tee by the wind just being on the top of the hill more. It looks like the wind is actually out of the right more and maybe hurting a little bit. So I'm actually going to play the number because it's so significantly downhill that I think Pete said he got with the slope 204 is the total distance. So ideally with a little bit into the wind, I'm going to figure that to be about 210. I've got my 220 club, which is my 4-iron, and I'm just going to try and hit this normal stock shot and fly it at least hole high, because if I hit it through the green, then I can easily get up and down from there. But I want at least enough club that's going to get me past hole high here.
Yeah, so the key on this hole is, and you can kind of see it, there is just a big, what I would call canyon, some will call ravine, but right in front of the green. So you pretty much have to fly it to the number. You can't let it hit and release on this hole in particular. So Rob's going to hit a shot to hopefully go hole high. If he goes a little bit by, that's a lot better than short, because short is pretty much death here. So let's see what he does. Same routine as the driver. I think, like I said, that's pretty key to advancing to the next level. That's in the business they call ideal. So definitely advantage Rob on the hole. I mean, I had to punch out, and now I'm going to hopefully have wedge in to, try to find a way to make birdie. If not, make par, worst case scenario bogey. But he's got a nice little downhill eagle putt here on the first hole. So Rob, anything about this? We're dissecting hole number 1 here. Is there anything particular? I mean, it's tight. I mean, it's any advice you can give to anybody that hasn't yet to play this golf course? Like, I mean, you took driver, then Winford on 2. I mean, not everybody's going to be the caliber of player that Rob Taylor is. So, lay back at all. Like, if this one, I mean, we had 220, would have been wise to kind of lay up on this one, make sure you don't put the big number on the board.
First of all, Pete's very flattering. Thank you for all the compliments on my golf game. I'm feeling really good about myself right now, and I enjoy that. But Pete's absolutely right. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and this one is no exception. As a player that in my line of work, if I don't get to this green in 2 and have an eagle putt, then I'm probably losing half a shot on the field if it's a professional event. So, but guys that are just looking to get out here and get off to a good start and keep it out of the long stuff and out of the trees, there is no reason why here, as significantly downhill as the second shot plays, there's no reason here not to hit something back off the tee that gives you a flat lie and the ability to go ahead and lay it up down this hill. You can hit any club. If it goes over one of these plateaus, it's going to go down at least another 30 or 40 yards for you, and you're going to be somewhere inside of 150 to 100 yards hitting back up into this green, and it is relatively flat at the bottom. So the big keys for me here are get it in the fairway, and then give yourself a shot where you can hit it down to the base of the mountain, we'll call it, here at the first hole, so you have a flat wedge up to the green.
And that's like when obviously ideally I didn't want to hit it far left, almost out of bounds in the woods, but just get it to my next shot on this first hole, because like if I had just a simple punch shot, I knew it was going to release down to the bottom of that hill. So we're going to go see if we can't locate mine at the base of the hill and see if I can't put a little bit of pressure on you with that eagle putt.
So to start out here, here's another great shot of what the second shot kind of looks like from down towards the bottom of the hill. We are significantly downhill. Any ball that gets over that ridge right there is coming all the way down here to where Pete's ball is on this secondary plateau here. Flat lie, Pete, what's your yardage?
Yeah, so I have 133. It is playing still a smidge downhill, so I'm going to actually go after my 130 club. Hopefully slide exactly to the out hole high and, you know, give myself a look at it.
All right. Right distance.
Pulled that one a little left, right bat, wrong stadium. But, you know, I took the big number out of play. So after not the greatest drive in the world, I walk away 2-putt, save my par, and move on. So, but Rob definitely has the advantage on the first hole. But you might be able to get a little bit of better idea of how that kind of canyon in front, even this wedge shot, if I would have landed it any short, it was just going to roll right back down, and then I do put the big number in play. So got a little quick with that one, just making sure I tried to muscle it to make sure I got it there. But hey, maybe I can roll in a long one.
Yeah, for the average player, it is pretty imposing to see that all that stuff going on in front of the green. But if you kind of break it down and get yourself in a position where you have a relatively flat lie, give yourself plenty of club, make a normal swing, and try and hit this ball at least hole high. I mean, there's no reason why. There's nothing wrong with putting from the back of the green. All right, so we're approaching first green here. Nice, lush green Bermuda grass, Tiff Eagle. And I just want to show you guys kind of the severity of this front slope here, and then look you back up the hill so you can see why my big emphasis here is on hole high or longer. This is all just gunch grass, very severe, all rolls right back into the nice little creek there. And then here we go looking back up the hill. So as you can see, there's a couple of plateaus back there where you really want to end up to have the best opportunity to hit your wedge up on the green.
Don't mind the guys that hit into us.
Pete's got about, what, 35 feet, 40 feet here?
My goal here is to make sure I have an opportunity at the next one. So this is up the hill, and then I think it's going to feed back towards the crater. So
we're going to get a good shot here of kind of how severely this putt breaks. Everything does kind of feed back towards the creek. Got it out on a decent line, and there it goes.
I never
all right.
Played high enough, but I'm definitely satisfied with the speed. I, giving myself a good opportunity to save par here on the first, and we're gonna see if Rob can't gain one or two here on his next putt. So, all right, so Rob probably has 18, 20 feet for eagle. You saw mine. I came from that direction. That definitely took off towards this canyon, so I'm assuming this is going to be more downhill than you would assume. So I actually have it, if he plays just inside that leaf right there, we should be in good shape. So golf course is in excellent shape right now. These new Tiff Eagle greens are rolling about as good as we can expect. So you can see if he can't put a good roll on this, maybe make an eagle right out of the gate, or worst case scenario, a little tapping birdie. I don't think he played that high enough, but he might have. Smidge short. So we did have 85-degree weather 2 days ago, so they probably are not as lightning, but good birdie, good start. Let's see if I can save par and limit the damage a little bit.
All right, Pete's just outside of gimme range here, but I have confidence that he's going to stroke this straight in.
Daylight, you're not giving me this putt.
Pretty much automatic from there. One part of his game that doesn't struggle too much. So Pete, I'm one up on you. Any comment after hole one?
Well, you know, I'm not too mad at the fact that you're only one up after I pretty much Bradley duck hooked my my drive there. So walked away with par. You know, you have the advantage to get up two, but you know, still a lot of golf, a lot of weeks. So what we're gonna do is going forward, we're gonna send out a hole a week, and then in 18 weeks we'll have the whole golf course. But just finished number one, short par 5, going on to number 2, which is a gorgeous par 3, and we'll release that.